Thank you, Tadovic. Seahawks player Michael Bennett is back in the spotlight today after an incident with Las Vegas police in late August.
This afternoon, the police department held a news conference responding to his claims that Bennett was mistreated and potentially singled out because he's black. Nadia Romero walks us through exactly what was caught on camera.
You'll see some highlighted portions that are instrumental in what we go through in the video.
It's a step-by-step look at Dre's nightclub in Las Vegas, where Seattle Seahawk Michael Bennett, Las Vegas police, and hundreds of others thought there was a shooting.
So subsequently, the patrons hit the ground believing there's being shots fired.
Moments later, from another camera angle, you can see Bennett running past the slot machines.
What is the matter? Do you have a gun? Over there.
Police officers run through the crowds past dozens of patrons and order Bennett on the ground. Bennett says the officer was pointing a gun at his head.
You will see the firearm in possession of our officer there.
Sheriff Joe Lombardo admits the officer had a gun pointed at Bennett and did swear at him while ordering him to put his hands up and cuff up.
So go ahead and stop it.
The video picks up after Bennett has already been detained, handcuffed, and sitting in the back of a police car.
Okay, you're not in under arrest. We're going to get you out of here, okay? But we have to make sure, because right now, all we know is people are shooting in there is what we're hearing, and then you're running away. So we're making sure that's not you. Okay, well, we understand, but what's your day, friend?
The emotion from that night is raw, but Sheriff Joe Lombardo says he sees no wrongdoing in how his officers responded.
So you can see the detention wasn't excessive. He complained about his handcuffs. The officer loosened them. As soon as the officer started to realize there was not a shooter, Mr. Bennett was released. During the release, he was given the reason for his detention, and he was apologized to for the detention.
Nadia Romero, Q13 News.
Shortly after that press conference, we spoke with Bennett's attorney, John Burris.
So he is a civil rights lawyer who has worked on some really high-profile cases like the Rodney King beating. He says Bennett's incident is a classic case of a civil rights violation.
The civil rights violation is unlawful to detain a person or arrest a person, detain a person without reasonable suspicion. That is something that's reasonable. It cannot be subjective. The officer cannot say, I just want to do this, or he looks like the person. You got to have some basis up on which to believe it. So it has to be, it's illegal to detain someone without a reasonable suspicion, and it cannot be contrived. Also, excessive force, that is using of a firearm to detain someone who should not have been detained at first, is excessive force. The use of verbally and handcuffing of someone who should not have been handcuffed is excessive force. These are Fourth Amendment violations.
Bennett and his lawyer argue he was not acting suspiciously. They say he was targeted because of his race, which the sheriff refutes while adding the officers involved were Hispanic. Bennett and his attorney have requested all the video the Vegas police have, and they'll decide on their next steps after they have watched everything.
In the meantime, the Seahawks are coming together to stand for racial equality, deciding not to appear for the national anthem at last Sunday's game. Bennett started sitting on the bench on his own earlier this season, and we don't know what the Hawks will do when they host the Colts this Sunday, but it's a message the entire team has taken up.
I'm actually humbled to have an organization that would put themselves on the line to be able to speak about these issues, because a lot of times when we speak about issues like this, people get turned off, people don't want to listen, but to constantly have the back end of your head coach and the organization and a good ownership, I think that's something that's really good too.
Today, the team announced a Seahawks Players Equality and Justice for All Action Fund, a place for players, coaches, and the public to donate money to help fight inequality and justice. Seahawks players say the fund is a tangible way for everyone to come together and take action on problems plaguing society. They hope the fund will catch on with other NFL teams.